Yes, so now we are discussing about health services. In that, today we are discussing about artificial limb for physically handicapped. Artificial arms, legs, or prostheses are intended to restore a degree for normal function. Mechanical devices that allow amputees to walk again, to use two hands, have probably been in use since ancient times. The most notable one being the simple peg leg. For physically handicapped persons, these aids will be useful. Their life will also be changed. They will get some confidence in their life. It is a great hope to disabled persons. By these services, disabled are becoming able. Artificial limbs making also process of small factory work, plastics, clips, cement works, plastic tools. So many works will come under this. Generally, uh, physiotherapists, orthopedic doctors, neurologists will take over these services. It is a health supporting service. And next point is, how much does an artificial limb cost? The price of a new prosthetic leg can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000. But even the most expensive prosthetic limbs are built to withstand only 3 to 5 years of EVR and TR, meaning they will need to be replaced over the course of a lifetime, and they are not a one-time cost. Next time is, what is the meaning of artificial limb? An artificial substitute for a missing part, such as an eye, limb, or tooth, used for functional or cosmetic reasons, or both. Artificial limb powering the limb. Most artificial limbs are powered by the muscles, either those remaining in the residual limb or other available muscles. Next point is, how are artificial limbs made? Prosthetic arm or leg is made from a strong and durable but lightweight material such as carbon fiber, covered with foam padding or flesh colored plastic. Next point is, how does a prosthetic leg work? At the bottom of the liner is a screw which attaches the liner to the prosthetic. The screw clicks into the leg to keep it secure and strong. The technology used to create each ankle, foot and leg allows the wearer to move around, but it takes some time to get used to using the prosthetic limb. And the next point is, who uses prosthetic legs? People of all ages have the ability to sustain prosthetic rehabilitation. Most prosthetics are for replacement of lost limbs, but some people have joint and muscle issues may use a brace prosthetic over their limb to gain some mobility and use back in that area. Sometimes even animals need prosthetics. Next point is, what are bionic limbs? Bionic limb is denominated as such thanks to the inclusion of the hardware that acts as an interface between the residual human nervous system and the device. A bionic limb is controlled by the electric signals from the muscle and are nerves above the level of the amputation. And next point is, how many hours a day can you wear a prosthetic leg? Wear the prosthetics for a maximum of 2 hours with up to half an hour of that standing and or walking. These amounts are maximums and need not all be done at once. Examine the limb after every hour of wearing and or after every 15 minutes of standing or walking. Next point is, how do you walk with an amputated leg? When you first practice walking with a prosthetic leg, the prosthetic and the way you place weight on it, it is treated much like a crutch. Standing between the two parallel bars, place each hand on a bar and step forward with your prosthetic leg. Next point is, how expensive is a prosthetic arm? For patients without health insurance, a prosthetic arm typically costs less than $5,000. For a purely cosmetic arm, up to $10,000 for a functional prosthetic arm that ends in a split hook, and up to $20,000 to $1 lakh or more for an advanced myoelectric arm controlled by muscle and movements. And next point is, how strong are bionic arms? The maker, Touch Bionics, claims that prosthetic hand can handle more than 200 pounds if your biceps are up to it. When grabbing an object, it can apply additional forcing by using a pulsing effect. This is the information regarding artificial limbs, especially road accidents will be there, and physically disabilities will be there. For all these, artificial limbs will give very good fetching to them, and their daily needs they can do very well themselves, and they can study, and they can go anywhere also with that artificial limbs, and they can live very well and survive very well and happily. So artificial limbs are also most important. It is we should encourage that thing also, and we should also refer them for artificial limb units and clinics also, especially for physically handicapped patients. It is a good service also. Wishing you all the best.